The Dutch Grand Prix, Circuit Zandvoort. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live on a Sunday evening for Tier 1 SF1. This is, I believe, round 12 already in the championship. Some of the guys we've had in Tier 1 have decided not to partake most of the season, so we're down a couple of members in Tier 1, but however, we do have reserves jumping in this evening, and because of the low numbers, we have decided to allow all reserves that are going to join for I guess you could say foreseeable future are going to be allowed to partake in qualifying, making that a little bit more interesting. But a little history with this track. First race held back in 1957. These drivers are going to have to contest with 36 laps this evening. A little bit of rain as well, it seems, in qualifying. Intermediates are the tire of choice. Short qualifying, as you can see, 18 minutes. 14 corners around this track, 10 are to the right and 4 to the left. SF1 Roads in the comms booth. I'm going to give you guys all the action this evening. Jump on board. Let's kick it off in short qualifying. I know Livid must have not got the message that he can partake in qualifying, but I mean, there's a lot of room to make up in this race, so we'll see. So Harrison, the man leading the championship, overtaking the championship lead again as of last week from the Belgian Grand Prix. We'll give you guys a highlight of that race from last week. I have that ready to go as well. We'll do that probably on the 10-minute mark like I did last week. I think it worked out pretty well. But how are you guys doing this evening? Good to see you guys jumping in. Who are you rooting for in this race? SF1 Sig in that Red Bull. Not Max Verstappen, it's not his home race. Devlin in that Alfa Romeo. We have a returning driver, I'd have to mention. Josh, he was with us, JML, if you remember, for a season or two. Quite a quick driver indeed. Glad to see he's back. Glad to see he's back in this evening, as well as hopefully he sticks with us. I really enjoyed racing him as well. I believe it was 2 seasons ago. The man is lightning fast. I had a hard time trying to keep up with him. Zero's here this evening, having a little bit of bad luck in Belgium. Hopefully that turns around this evening here at Zandvoort. Allow your face sitting in the pits. So let's see who's quite the first one. Is it Robbo? He is on a flyer. We'll do a flying lap with somebody relatively quickly. Let's jump on board with Elise, the Williams driver. Is he going to set a competitive lap? He is. He's going to go 120.2. Both Mercedes, it looks like. Operator jumping in to help out that Aston Martin team. He's on a competitive lap. What time can he get on those intermediates this evening? He is going to cross the line with a 123.3. He is a Tier 3 driver, so, I mean, that's pretty competitive. Just 3 seconds off. I'm sure he can improve. We have TR Josh going quickest with a 119.3. His first race back. What has happened to the McLaren? We have Mats, who's kind of stuck on the side here, trying to make through. Good clear rejoin. So times are coming in. Harrison sets a 119.5. At least still on the 120.2. We have Hubdy on a 120.8. So Josh, quickest right now in this intermediate condition. A little bit of wet rain. Let's see what it looks like on track. It's definitely a little treacherous. Braking points are definitely going to change during this kind of condition. We'll jump back through. So allow your face. Tier 3 driver. Jumping in for Ferrari. Typically or not typically, but he is a Red Bull driver. Just helping out the Ferrari team this evening. No harm, no foul on that one. Bill, Tier 2 driver. Let's see what he can get on. He was leading the race, unfortunately, on Friday, but because he was host, this game has a nice new bug that if you're a host of a lobby, it likes to kick you. So whoever the host is this evening, good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you, fine, sir. Hopefully it doesn't kick you out. But Bill is on a flyer. Let's see what time the Tier 2 driver can get. He does manage the McLaren team, so it's fitting that he's sitting in that McLaren. He goes a 119.6, not too far off with some of those guys at the top session. Livid has left the session. I wonder if he's having a little bit of connection issues or not. We'll see. So Bill sitting in P3 ahead of Stig, Tier 1 driver, and Elise, Tier 1 driver. Josh is retired from the session. I wonder if the rain is going to get worse. We'll have to wait and see. Who is gearing up for another lap? Is it going to be Elise? Or is he on a cooldown lap? Devla is putting in a time lap. Zero is yet to put in a time lap. He's pulling back into the pits. James is in the pits as well. Allow Your Face is going for a fast lap. He puts a purple sector 2 in as well. I think he touched the gravel there, so it's going to hinder some of those tenths on his time just a bit. See what kind of time he can get on the board this evening. Put in a purple sector 2. I don't know if that might have been personal because I didn't set a time yet. Crosses the line. It goes P9 with a 121.3. Let's see what time Zero gets out. James, Bill has set the fastest lap here in qualifying. A Tier 2 driver setting right now on top of the board. Josh sets the purple sector 1. Let's actually ride on board with Josh, as I don't know if it's going to have time to get in another lap. Let's ride on board with the championship leader as he's trying to outpace Bill for that top position. Does have a car ahead. Hopefully that car moves out of the way. Winding S is here. Yeah, the car moves quite nicely. Wonder if that was either SF1 Stig or if that was Hubdy. Now you come into two right-handers. Break at the 50-meter mark. And break a little later when the conditions are a little better. Around this, what feels like lasts forever, long left-hander. A 90-degree long left-hander coming into a chicane here. Hard on the brakes. You can clip a little bit of that curb, but you don't want to get too much. Hug the inside on the left there. And get ready for that bank part of the circuit they put in, which is the best part of the circuit, I feel. Try to take not too much of that curb on the exit. Hold on the line. It's going to be a little treacherous to go flat out. This just barely does it. Coming up to the line. Crosses the line. Does he go quick as he does with a 119.2? There you guys have it right now. S1 Harrison holding on to the pole position. Can he convert that towards the end of this section? We will see. Stig sitting P4, Hubdy P5. So good on the Red Bull team right now. Really good on the Red Bull team. So if you guys missed it, we're going to jump back and take a look at last week's race in Tier 1, the Belgian Grand Prix. I'll give you guys a full rundown of that. As you see, Matt's McLaren destroyed right there in the middle of the track. But we'll be with you guys. Check out last week's clips right now. There we go. Waiting for those 5 red lights to go. 5 are lit. And it's lights out. We're away for the Belgian Grand Prix. Does Harrison get a good start? It looks like he does. He's pulled away. Oh, there's a little bit of an AlphaTauri moving in. Everybody through turn 1. We have, I believe it was an AlphaTauri around. Yeah, it was an AlphaTauri. Let's jump on board the McLaren going up in. Oh, this is going to be interesting. A little bit of a touch. Oh, McLaren runs into the grass going up the hill. Red Bull's going to take McLaren. Take a look down the field. Harrison leads. I think Tomo somehow has got himself the whole way up to P2 at the beginning of the start. So we might have a classic battle between the two championship leaders. Unfortunate for James. I know he was looking to race. Was a bit hesitant to race for a different team this evening, but glad. Oh, Elise is out. Oh my goodness. Elise has completely annihilated that Williams car into the wall. There was a lot of carbon fiber that fell on the track. I'd be surprised if this isn't on the back of Matt's. Is Matt's going to get a run on Stig this time? Follow Stig, tries to break the toe. Matt's is going to peek in the inside. Same move as last lap. Is Matt's going to hold the outside? He is. Side by side still. Oh, Matt's. Oh, no. Lost control of the McLaren. As you guys can see on the inside, on the left-hand screen. Side by side, they enter. Ooh, that might have been really close. Maybe closer than what we saw. Zero really trying to fight that fry. Oh no! Zero has crashed out as well. Safety car, ladies and gentlemen. We have a full safety car. We haven't seen one of these in almost 2 weeks. That is going to make this race a little bit more interesting. The spice levels have just kicked up a little bit, maybe from a jalapeno to a habanero. What has happened to Livid? Livid has had a mistake. Hubs and Bill have gotten around. And here goes. Allow your face. Stick gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Oh, allow your face. That was close. I thought he was going to end up in the wall. Side by side between Allow Your Face and Livid. A tier 2 and a tier 3 driver battling Allow. Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. That, I think we're going to need an ambulance for that one. That was deadly. Absolutely deadly. And we have another full safety car, so if everybody, I believe, is now going to box for a full, fresh, soft compound. But yeah. Okay, pushing up the hill. DRS is available for Eke. He's gonna pass him now on track. Is he gonna hold it? Takes the position off of Harrison and takes the lead for the first time in this race. Now he has to push like a madman to get a 3-second gap between himself and Harrison. Fortunately, doesn't. All right, he has a time penalty to his name, so which means he's not going to be able to hold on to this lead and this win. Gonna cross the line in P1, but the win is gonna go to this man, SF1 Harrison, turning his luck around at the Belgian Grand Prix. Seal, is he gonna take? He does take P2. Eke P3, Bill crosses P4, Hubs P5, Tomo P6. Devla has gone to P4, so Bill P5, Hubs P6, Tomo P7, Stig P8, Rabo P9, and Cressy just waiting on the Williams driver to finish this race. He's gonna cross the line in P10. Devla. So there you guys had it, the highlights from the Belgian Grand Prix last week. Quite a spicy race indeed. If you guys missed it, make sure you jump back. It's on, I believe it is still on our Twitch, and it's also on our YouTube. If you guys want to look at all the previous race history we've had, definitely jump on our YouTube. A lot of the race seasons calendarized there. Definitely worth it. But we do have a guy who jumped in, Curtis AF, or a tier 2 driver's jumping in. Typically that Aston Martin team is going to help out the Haas team this evening. Let's see, right now, Harrison and what you guys pretty basically missed is Harrison and Bill have been swapping fastest laps back and forth. I guess they were just putting lap after lap on these intermediates. They do typically start to get better once you put more laps in. The car starts to get lighter as the fuel's burned off. Let's see how much time we have left here in qualifying. We have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Zero cuts himself up to P4, Stig P5, Elise is P6 currently. Rabo's in P7, Curtis P8, Devil is P9, Hubdy P10, James is in 11th, Allow Your Face 12, Matt's, unfortunately you saw earlier in the session, crashed out, so he's going to start this race in P13, but it might be a good thing depending on what happens ahead of him when this race starts. I wonder if we're going to have a wet race or a dry race, I'm not sure. Take a look. Get to jump in. All right, let's take a gander here. So Harrison right there. Stigger's retired from the session. It looks like the rain has either lessened a little bit or it's just starting to get. I don't know. It has lessened just a bit, maybe. I'm gonna give you guys a fair warning, a good fair warning. My daughter is awake from her nap. She's been awake from her nap, so if you guys hear anything in the background from my daughter getting crazy or any type of holiday music, because we put our holiday decorations out, that would be her. She's roaming around while I'm sitting here. Let's see if Devla can improve and get himself higher than P9 right now. What is going to happen between either Bill or Harrison? It would almost be kind of a eye-opener if Bill can jump Harrison for pole position here. He did have a race on Friday, which helped him out. Had a lot of pace here at Zandvoort. Can he bring that pace into Tier 1 and possibly make SF1 Harrison sweat it out a little bit more? Josh is still there. Zero's there. Stig's there. So this could be a great race between the top guys. We'll see what Bill can do in the race. We have 53 seconds remaining here in qualifying. And then we'll jump through to the race where the guys will have a 5-minute complimentary break where I'll give you guys a full rundown of the points as it stands going into this race. Both Tier 1 drivers championship points as well as a combined. And then I'll relax my voice a little bit and we'll get ready for those 36 laps that are going to greet these drivers. I'm just wondering, I haven't gotten a word this evening from any of the drivers. I wonder if we're going to have a bit of rain in the race. Let's see, these two now pushing for another lap. See if Harrison can best his sector one time. He's coming up to those fast winding S's. Ending his sector right now. Does he go purple? No, he doesn't. He's actually a little down on his time. How about Bill? Is Bill gonna best his sector 1? So is Bill gonna set a purple sector 1? No, he's actually up on his time as well. Or down on his time, so that's gonna be it right now. Qualifying. Everybody's on a hot lap. It is last lap to give it everything you have. Who's gonna grab pole position this evening? Oh, Devil has lost control of the Alpha. That might have hindered Bill's lap. James is sitting in the grass right now as you see the Alpha right there. James is without a front wing. So this might just cause it so Harrison improves his time to an 18.9. What kind of time is Bill going to put in this evening? Curtis goes up to P9 or P3 and then just puts the car into the wall. Bill coming up to finish his lap now. Has he backed out of his lap? I think he has. Maybe it's just the weather condition. Or is he going to pull into the pits? He's pulling into the pits. So I believe that's it, unless operator. No, that's going to be it. I think James is on the front wing and Devil slid off the track. So, ladies and gentlemen, SF1 Harrison, your championship leader, is going to grab pole position here for the Dutch Grand Prix, round 12. Curtis Ryan thought he took it. Maybe, I don't know. This game has some interesting qualities for sure. But SF1 Harrison is going to grab pole position. Bill is going to line up on the front row with him. A Tier 2 driver. Can he make Harrison sweat just a little bit more? A returning driver is going to start P3, I believe. Or it might be Curse. I have to look through. Qualifying is done and dusted. So I'll give you guys a full rundown. SF1 Harrison grabbing pole position. As you guys know, Bill's going to line up on the front row with them, starting P3. Curtis, Josh is going to be in P4, 0, P5, Stick, P6, Rabo, P7. Great lap from Rabo. Elise is P8, Hubdy, P9, Allow Your Face, P10, Devla, P11, James is P12, Matt's P13. Operator is going to start 14th, and I believe Livid, who retired early, hopefully he jumped back in. I'm not sure if he's backed out or not, is going to start this race in P15. All Alright, we'll give you guys a full rundown of the points once we jump into the lobby. Waiting for these guys to get ready to go racing. What time is it? It is 54, so most likely right on the hour mark we'll go. I don't know if they'll jump. Oh yeah, so it's 55 now. Alright. Do we have a little bit of rain? Come on, let there be a little bit of rain. Let it be a bit spicy. These guys, I don't think have had they had a little bit of rain in Canada. No, it is completely bone dry. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the points going into this. We'll give you guys the combined. So this is Tier 3, Tier 2, and Tier 1, all working as one team to score points. Right now, Red Bull still leading the way as they have all season long. Mercedes jump up to P2. We have Williams dropping to P3. We have AlphaTauri in 4th. Ferrari sitting 5th. We have Haas in 6th. Alfa Romeo 7th. Aston Martin holding on to 8th. McLaren in 9th. And Alpine sitting in 10th. We'll give you guys a look at the Tier 1 points. Harrison controlling his destiny in P1 right now, taking the championship lead as of last week. Unfortunately, Tomo has had to back out because of personal reasons, so we wish him the best. Smith not here this evening, sitting P2. Stig P3. We have Eke not here. P4. Seal as well as not here this evening, sitting P5. Zero can make quite a bit of points up this evening, sitting P6. Rayner still not here in P7. At least P8. Cressy Football in P9. We have Hellboy P10. Lord Bumbledore at 11th. Got a lisp 12th. Mats is in 13th. Enzo still having wheel issues in 14th. K16 is 16th or 15th. We have Welder 16th. Sweat Palm 17th. Gatsuga is in P18. Josh makes his return this evening to start his march up this table, which I know it's going to happen. And we do have an open full-time ride if anybody is interested sitting in the Haas. If you guys are interested, drop us a line, join our Discord today. It's going to be quite an interesting future for these guys, I'm sure. We're going to have to, put our heads together and figure it out, but I'm going to relax my voice for a little bit and get ready to go racing. I'll leave the points up just if you guys want to take a gander at it. We'll ready to go racing probably on the hour mark in 3, maybe 2 minutes time, so stay with us. Ladies and gentlemen, 36 laps around the Dutch Grand Prix are about to commence. All right, ladies and gentlemen, these guys are ready to go racing for these 36 laps. I am going to make a big shout out before the race begins. As of today, the F1 community, or anybody that's known for the F1 community, has lost a big time person. Sir Frank Williams, the guy that founded the Williams team, fortunately passing away this evening or in the morning. I'm not quite sure, but a big shout out, condolences to them, the family, anybody that has known him for, you know, his time. I mean, I'm just trying to multitask here. But yeah, big shout out. So we're actually going to jump on board with the Williams guy, even though this team's not owned by them anymore. I'm going to get that off. I'm going to get that off. Frank Williams, what a legend in the sport. Sad that he'll be missed. Good old man. His car still bears his name. It's good to see, too. They haven't changed it. Hopefully they continue with the Williams name. We'll see in the future. See what investments say, what they plan on doing in the future. But yeah, condolences one last final time. Here in formation lap, ladies and gentlemen. Running down through it. Looks like Livid is not in his car. But this man grabbing pole position, can he convert that into a win? He grabbed a win last week, as you guys saw, in Belgium, beating out Eke just by a penalty, even though Eke won on track. That's what this game can do. But a Tier 2 driver is going to start on the front row with Harrison. Let's see how this goes. Curtis, a Tier 2 driver, starting right behind him in the second grid. That is my daughter going crazy. She's jumping on a pillow. But we'll see what's going to happen this evening. Curtis's Haas is bouncing up and down. Returning man, Josh, let's see what he can do this evening. Car has already been taken control of by the A, so we're going to sit on board with this man. I believe that he's still an AI. I don't know if Livid can get back in or not. But everybody now lining up to the grid spot, waiting for those 5 red lights to go here at Zandvoort. Looks like it's going to be a dry race all the way through. I'm not quite sure what the tire conditions will be, but we'll see. We're going to go ready. Let's see. Let me give me a better camera angle once we get ready. Here we go. Waiting for those 5 red lights, ladies and gentlemen. 5 are lit. And it's lights out. We go here for the Dutch Grand Prix. Who's going to get a good start? Looks like Harrison's got a good, decent start. Bill's going to get a good start. He's going to go for the inside. No, he's going to hold back. How's turn 1 looking? Looks like everybody just about makes it through. Harrison holding on to the lead. Jump on. Oh, I heard some kind of carnage going on. Let's jump on board with the Alfa Romeo driver. Who is that behind him? It is Curtis. It's in the wall. The Haas driver coming through the winding section here. All these cars bunched up. They're really going to have to anticipate the braking points of the guys ahead of them. Early laps here, damaging wing. It's not the worst thing. We have a Red Bull going wide. It's Stig. Stig's going to reach over. Devlo was quick to react there. A lot of midfield action going on in the midfield. Take a look at the Red Bull drivers. I'm not sure what happened to Stiger, if he just lost a little bit of control. Take a look. Harrison building his lead now, right behind Bill. Looks like Josh has pulled himself into P3. Williams driver has got to be at least in P4 once these guys cross the line. Once this man crosses the line, I'll put the Delta back up. And that's going to be right now. So we're going to get the Delta up for you guys. Get the tire situation going up as well. So a couple guys have gone for the soft. That's interesting. Bill and soft. We have, actually, Josh has gone for the hard compound. So he's going to have a bit of a struggle in his hands here early in these few laps, waiting for those tires to get a little more temperature in them. At least right behind, looking to pounce. Zero's on a medium compound. So both Josh and Zero are going to be able to take these a little further. We have Bravo and Allow Your Face really going after it. Devla looking for a run here. Let's jump on board. I love this track. I really do love this track. All of these guys battling out. Let's jump on board. Look in the rearview mirror of Bravo's Mercedes. Mats is making his way. His charge up. He's already up to P9. I want to see something. Is he still ghosting? He is ghosting. Okay, so operator sitting in P13. Curtis is P14 after having a bit of an issue. James, I think, had an issue as well. Harrison sets a fast lap. Bill chasing him. We have a move going for Elise and Josh here. Josh, like I mentioned, on its hard compounds. Elise on soft compounds, so I don't know if... I'll happen to wonder... I wouldn't hold him up. That's my daughter in the background. Not too happy with El Mamo. Let's jump on board. Sorry, I had to mute the mic there just a bit. Thought it was getting a little feisty. But Zero is catching both Elise and Josh now. That Ferrari is on the prats. Oh, Elise is looking for a move on the outside. It doesn't work. He's gonna hold it. No, he backs out of it. The racecraft I've seen from some of these guys. We do have a sector. What has happened to Mats? Let's jump on back with Mats. Oh, the McLaren is sideways. Where's he at? He's on the exit of turn 1. So he's going to regain. He did start in the hard, so he can take this a lot further. So he could have a better thing. Gonna mute the mic just for a little bit, guys. I'm gonna give you guys the action on board with Zero. Let's ride on board with him for a bit. All right, we're back. Oh, there's a move. Oh, that was a bit argy-bargy from Face is trying to make a move on the inside of Bravo. Bravo is going to get overtaken by both Devla and Stig. Is Stig going to go for a run here now? And Bravo, let's take a look. The DRS isn't the longest. You see Harrison just putting that throttle down. Oh, what has happened to Zero? Zero, unfortunately, is having a bit of a problem. Devla's going to go for an inside move on Face. Is it going to be clean? It's going to have the inside line. Looks like that is job done from the Alfa Romeo driver this evening. Face isn't going to back off, though. Stig's just behind him. We have Face that does have a time penalty. Goes a bit wide. That's going to leave the door open for Stig. Stig makes a move. Class move by the Red Bull driver. I'm taking a look at the intervals, but yeah, Harrison's putting his foot down. Bill is trying his best. 3.1 seconds between himself and Harrison. Yeah, Stig now chasing the back of that Alfa Romeo. Funny fact, well, not funny fact, good fun fact. His previous team from last season, the team that I managed, and I decided to back out to give myself a little bit more free time. Lovely aerial camera. I love aerial cameras. Stig really getting closer and closer to that Alfa Romeo just ahead. Is he going to have a run down with DRS. He will be in close proximity. We'll see. Oh, I was gonna say, stay on that. Stay on that aerial camera. As you can see, Devla's trying to break the toe just a bit. I don't think he's gonna fight it too much. Stig is ahead. Stig making up position after position in this race. Zero pulls into the pits. I believe. No, Zero makes up. It looks like his operator might have had an issue. Not sure what has happened. What has happened to Stig now? Stig has had a problem. Stig has slid around. Curtis might have a look at the Red Bull driver in a moment. Take a look at Josh. Elise did get around him in that Williams. But Josh is on his hard, so he can probably stay with him. I'm not sure when these softs are really going to start going off. Oh, yeah, this is why I love streaming Zandvoort, because there's so many aerial cameras. This is probably the best camera angles that they've done. And I don't know why. I don't know. I've yet to stream yet at the new tracks they've included. We'll get those in eventually. They're going to actually be all 3 tracks that we have that have added by this game are going to hit this calendar after the holiday season. Pretty much like right after we get through the holiday season, we're going to be at these new tracks. So it's going to be interesting to see. Keep an eye on Josh, who is chasing down that Williams ahead. Bill's fallen to a 3.6 second gap between himself and Harrison. Still a huge battle going on between Rabo, Habdi making the charge up through. Stig now behind his teammate, Curtis in P10. Zero's now making a recharge. Taking a closer inside line. Livid is ghosting, so that's not going to help any of these guys like Mats, James, as well as Operator. Operator doing the job for the team this evening, trying to put some points together for that Aston Martin team. As in SF1, everybody who finishes the race or within 5 minutes or 5 laps of the race scores points. Our point system is a bit different, so it keeps it interesting. It looks like Harrison's just stopped for a Sunday drive this evening. 3.9 seconds now separate him from Bill. I know Bill uses his time trials as a look. Here comes Josh. Is he going to be close enough? Rabo has retired from this race. Is that going to be a safety car? Let's see. We have a full safety car, ladies and gentlemen. What has happened? Oh, it's happened in the entry of the bank circuit. So, how many guys are going to box? This is going to pull everybody closer together and kind of give ourselves a restart to this race. Harrison probably won't like that. As you see, Mats gets a drive-through for speeding under the safety car. And he has retired his car. Completely retired it. That is unfortunate. McLaren drivers. Is Operator going to pull into the pits? Yes, he is. Last minute decision. He's going to pull into the pits. So, Harrison, I'm sure Harrison, Bill, Elise. Wonder if Josh is going to pull into the pits or if he's going to stay on with these hard compounds. Only time will tell once these guys make their way around. Let's see if the leader pulls in the pits. Almost a guarantee that he will. That he does. Bill will probably follow suit. Josh is going to stay out. The TRT Josh is going to stay out on those hard compounds. Bill, or Harrison and Bill have both moved to the medium compound. Looks like Elise has moved to the hard compound. He's going to look to go to the end with those tires. I wonder if some of these guys are thinking of two-stop. Devla onto the hard compounds, thinking of a one-stop as well. Hobbs coming out on a medium compound. Curtis, is he going to overtake anybody? It doesn't look like it. He's a little bit behind Hubdy and Devla. Both of those drivers now exiting the pits. As you can see, Curtis making the round corner there in turn one. So we'll just wait for everybody to catch up to the back of the pack, and then we'll go back to racing. Lap 9 here out of 36. It's just, you can't get any better than these camera angles. I don't know why they just, like, if you guys could do this more at every track, that'd be great. Just mix it up. The camera angles at the Dutch Grand Prix are just spot on. So I do have to give Codemasters a thank you on that one. But that's about as far as it's gonna go. Alright, so let's see if everybody's just about caught up. We have Livid's car. Where's the rest of the guys? They're coming around the bank's turn now. There's operators. Aston Martin, I believe he... Yep, okay. So we should be going back to racing after this lap. Let's take a look at where these guys... Yeah, they're just going around. Okay. As long as these guys don't have an issue catching up to the back of the pack, we should be back to racing. Jump on board with the leaders. Get that delta back up. So right now, only one driver has a time penalty to his name, and I would have to wonder if that might be looked at the stewards later on by the battling going on between Bravo and Allow Your Face. A bit of a last-minute dive, like Ricardo dive on. I believe that's what granted that penalty to Allow Your Face's name. Might have got pushed wide or pushed in, but safety car from race control is in this lap, so restarting coming up right now. Josh is going to have the right to set the pace on this restart, allow that safety car to pull away from the pack, pull into the pits, and we'll be back to green flag conditions. So can that Aston Martin get a good restart here on those hard compounds? We'll see. Josh on a medium set as well as Bill. Let's ride along with Bill. Let's wait, see. Josh goes. Harrison follows. Looks like Bill has done as well. Pretty much a clean getaway from everybody. We do have a big pack of cars fighting here, though. Is that Curtis going for a move on the inside of Hubdy? Makes it stick. Both Red Bulls right now, P7 and P8. Oh, there's a big Ferrari duo going on here. Allow Your Face, Livid's ghosting car. James is thinking about a move on the outside of that Ferrari. Oh, is that close between the two? That is zero. Backs out of it. Livid's ghosting car is mighty racy, I would have to say that. A lot of these guys here down in P11, 12, 13 on the hard compound. So easy does it on these first laps here, because these hard compounds typically, if the track is really warm, it shouldn't take too long, but before those pressure comes up on those tires, it's like racing on an ice rink. Oh man, that is my daughter. Josh getting a good restart, holding onto the lead. He does have Harrison just behind him. These two teammates last season in Tier 1. Josh is thinking about a move. Josh versus Josh. Harrison holding on right behind that Aston Martin just ahead. Let's jump on board with this battle. Sorry, I'm clicking too many buttons. That's my fault. Harrison holding just behind. Bill right there. In case anything happens, Elise is making a charge here. Elise is on a hard compound, whereas Bill's on a medium compound. Yeah, these two teammates last season in that Mercedes. Is Hubdy gonna give Stig a little bit of a toe down the start-finish line? I have a feeling Hubs has Stig right behind him. He's probably gonna let him through. being a tier 2 driver, why not help the tier 1 driver out points wise? Because Stig sitting, I believe, P3 in the championship. We'll see how these guys get on, because Stig is on hard and Hubdy is on the medium compound. Keep an eye on this gap though. Harrison really trying to just follow Josh, because Josh is going to have to pit. Josh versus Josh. I remember that, but both guys. Let's see. Lap 14 out of 36. The laps do count down pretty quickly here. It is a shorter track than usual. Both guys opting to mount that curve. Josh looks for an inside. Or Harrison, so I don't confuse people. I need to start calling. Harrison looked for an inside look there. But TRT Josh closed that off promptly. DRS is open, so SF1 Harrison should have a good look here. Josh really trying to break that toe. Harrison's going to go to the inside line. Let's going to be job done. Harrison takes or retakes the lead of this Grand Prix. Bill puts a gap between himself and Elise to break that DRS train. Devla looking mighty racy now. Curtis right behind as well. 2 Red Bulls right on board with SF1 Stig. Keep an eye on these guys for a little bit. Operator gets himself a 3-second time penalty for a second one of the day. A lot of these guys have DRS. Second DRS zone of this track is very short. Just allows you to come closer to the car up ahead. Is anything gonna happen here? Let's jump on board with Devla. Actually, let's jump on board with Elise and watch these guys who all are gonna have DRS after this bank circuit turn. Harrison sets another fast lap for the race. Devla has DRS. He's going to go to the inside here. Looks like he's going to do it. There's the Alfa Romeo. Backs out side by side going into turn 1. There's contact. Devla's around into the pit exit. I wonder if that was a little bit of a last minute move. Devla is now falling to P10. I wonder if there's definitely damage on that Alfa Romeo. The end plate on the left hand side is missing. So he's probably going to have to box. Operator right behind. Devla's going to let him through. There's Zero. Zero's gone through as well. Devla's pulled over. I think that's what the yellow flags are for. Allow your face. 10 seconds behind Devla. Here it's Josh holding on to P2. Does have Bill coming closer and closer. Bill does have DRS. How close is he? He's pretty close. 9/10 in it. 1 second. Where's the detection zone? It is. Forget. It's usually a solid white line. He's not going to have DRS. He's out of that range of 1 second. Take a look through the field. Curtis having one heck of a drive. He does have Stig getting closer and closer. As you can tell, Hubdy has let Stig through. Lap 17 now of 36. Just keeping an eye on this battle. See if Bill gets closer during this second sector and to the third sector, but that's when Josh seems to put his foot down. See if Bill can keep closer to TRT Josh. 8/10 in it now. He was a little out of range last time. I wonder if he's using that battery in that McLaren. Close enough for DRS. Curtis doesn't have a helmet. I was wondering if that glitch was still here. It is. Curtis, no helmet on that Haas driver. That's a bit dangerous. Might be called to the FIA for that. Abdi holding just behind. A lot of the gaps between the back are a little spaced out. Stig now working on the back of that Haas of Curtis. Jump on board with the action. At least not too far off. Stig has to keep a cool head here, wait for his moment. Goes a little deep into that corner. Gonna lose a little bit of time, at least not too far ahead. So Curtis is definitely gonna have DRS on that Williams just ahead. Oh man, my dog is going nuts. That bouncing car. Stig's a little out of the way. Curtis isn't going to be close enough to at least to make a lunge here. Pulls in closer with the DRS, but not close enough. Josh now 3.3 out of the lead from Harrison. Harrison putting his foot down on those medium compounds. I happen to wonder if this is a two-stop strategy from Harrison and Bill. We will find out. Stig really just trying to find that patience behind the Haas driver just ahead. Curtis is back within DRS range, so again, not helping Stig. You see Curtis is back flapping that Haas is open. Can he get close enough? Is Curtis now out of DRS range? No, he's not, so Stig's gonna have to wait yet another lap. Maybe not. He got really close to that Haas. Wonder if Curtis had a bad run out of the exit there. As you can see now, Elise is 1.2 up the road. What's happened to Livid's ghosting car is now going to box for another time. He's going to go into the mediums for the end of this race. Take a look now. Harrison firmly in the lead with a 3.6 second gap between himself and Josh, who's yet to pit in this race. Starting the race on a hard compound. Bill 1.3 behind him. Yeah, so the battle now is Stig chasing that Haas. Curtis is out of range now for DRS, so this could benefit the Red Bull driver quite a bit, especially going into the bank section. Curtis's car. Stig getting a little out of shape there in the exit. Let's see if this is going to be a job done. Stig, that prowling Red Bull. Is he close enough? Charging. He's gonna go to the inside. Side by side. Is there contact made? Side by side still. Looks like Stig makes the move. What about Hubsy? Watching this battle going ahead of him. Alright, Stig is up through, so Stig back up to P5. He's 1 second or 1.8 between himself and Elise just ahead, both on the hard compound. Sector 1 yellow. What has happened to Allow Your Face? The Ferrari is around. Wing damage is there. You see a livid ghosting car goes through, so I think Allow Your Face is going to have to box. Devila maybe might be able to take over Pete's. Well, no, Devila's lost control of the car. Wonder if that was a snap of the brakes. It's a bit interesting. Maybe struggling with the setup just a bit during this race. So that is not going to help his tires a little bit. He's going to have to take it a bit easy. The temperatures might have skyrocketed from that small spin. At least he does it on that throttle for the next few corners. This man putting the gap between himself and Josh. 4.8 seconds now. The lead to Harrison. Firmly in control of this race. Bill sitting in P3, 1.6, at least 1.6, 1.7. So yeah, Curtis holding on to the back of Stig. Abdi getting closer. Is at least has crashed out of this race? Is there going to be another safety car? It is, ladies and gentlemen, our second safety car of this complete race. So the field is going to get reshuffled again. This might be a godsend for the Aston Martin driver of Josh. He's going to have a free pit out of this. Easily put on the medium compounds and go to the end. The question is, does this man have any mediums left, or is he going to have to go to the hard compound? See what the leader does. Stay on board with SF1 Harrison as he pulls into the pits. There is the Aston Martin. He's going to have another fresh set of mediums. Josh puts on a fresh set of mediums to take him to the end. What about the McLaren? Fresh set of mediums as well. I believe everybody's going to go mediums here to the end. Stig has gone for the soft compound, as well as Curtis. That could they go the whole way? We're gonna see. They're gonna be screaming towards the end of this race. See what operator does. This is actually gonna help Devil out too. 10 laps, he should be able to box and be able to pull up. So operator's gone for the soft compound, as well as allow your face. Wonder if he's gonna pull into the pits again, or if he's already made his pit stop. He's gonna stay on those why not? They are fresh soft, so he must have made his pit stop already. So a couple different strategies here. We have a couple medium runners. The top three mediums, we have Curtis on a soft compound, Hubdy's on a medium, James on soft. We have Stiggs on a soft, Zero's on mediums, Possum's on mediums, but he's ghosting, so operator on a soft. Allow your faces on a soft, and Devla is now just pitting. Let's jump on board with the Alfa Romeo driver, see what he does. Fresh mediums until the end. Two safety cars, second safety car of this race. What I'm interested in is going to be the battle between the Aston Martin and the Mercedes. Now they're both Muno y Muno on that soft or medium compound going to the end. So it was definitely a two-stop strategy from the Mercedes driver. One stop for the Aston Martin and a two-stop for the McLaren driver, Bill. A Tier 2 driver could possibly get a podium out of this. He does have Curtis, who's a Tier 2 driver as well, just behind him in that Haas with no helmet. Wait for these guys to shuffle through. Where's the rest of them? There's Devil now coming through the bank sector. These guys about halfway through the lap in sector 2, so probably one more lap of the safety car and then we'll be back to racing. A couple guys pulling up to the back of the pack now. And there's Devla working his way around turn 1. Look at this. I'm going to mention it. SF1 Harrison, you are now in a complete Aston Martin sandwich. Safety car has led quite a few laps in this race. Sorry, I was momentarily playing with my daughter. She has blocks out, so I would give her a good block play. But safety car should be in this lap. Where these guys are going through the S's now, so yeah, Devil should catch up to these guys relatively quickly. He's going through, I think that's turn 4, turn 5 as well. They do mention that these are turns, but I don't think that. I think if any time a Formula 1 car can take a turn flat out, I don't consider it a turn really. Or a corner for that matter, but correct me if I'm wrong. Devla has pulled up to the back of the pack, so the safety car should be in this lap. Time to get the temperature up in those tires, drivers. All right. Race control will let us know. I'm pretty certain. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be back to green flag conditions momentarily. SF1 Harrison, the right to set the pace here. You can see weaving those medium compounds to try to put the temperature in. There's Bill. See what happens in these final laps here. It's going to be a dog race towards the end. We'll see what happens. Wait for these guys to get ready to go back to racing. Jump on board with Bill. See if Harrison tries to catch some of these guys napping. He goes now. It looks like nobody was caught napping. Down the start-finish line we go to restart this race. What has happened between these two? There's Williams going against the... let's jump on board. Turn 1. Dude, what's happened? What's that? Oh! Whoa! Still getting a little out of shape there in the turn 1. Zero gets on way through. Hubdy now, bit argy-bargy. Zero really trying to push through. Stig's gonna have another run past the Ferrari. Whoa, that was close coordinates from these two. Oh, Zero. Oh, let's get the Delta back up for you guys. Wow, these guys are really putting it down. So we have 10 laps remaining here in this Dutch Grand Prix for Tier 1, Round 12. I have to take a look at where we're at next week, too, before I forget. Let me take a look at that while you guys watch that lovely aerial camera. Ah, what a cheeky move from Hubdy. Did go through. I saw that. Bill gets overtaken by Curtis. Curtis gets his way through. Curtis on those soft compounds. Can they last until the end? Ah, okay. I know where we're at next week. All right. I'll give you guys an update when we do the podium interviews. Be an interesting race indeed. Very famous one for Tier 2 here at SF1. So right now, Josh holding onto the back of the Mercedes. It is Muno y Muno between these two. Can Josh make it stick through? Well, one of these guys get a time penalty that could throw it up in the air quite a bit. These two teammates last season. Will they have a go at each other this evening? No DRS as of yet for TRT Josh. He's just going to have to stay just behind that Mercedes. Gets a lot of that curb there. A lot of these guys attacking that curb. Stig now working behind James. James having quite a good race this evening. Zero holding onto the back of Hubs. Allow your face right behind. Harrison sets another fast lap for the race. 112. Oh no, what's happened to Zero? He must have had a poor exit out of that final corner. And now he's dropped to 12th. Is he back into the pits? He is. It's one of those things. Will he give up? No, he's going to take those softs to the end. New front wing as well for that Ferrari. And on his way again. I love that glitch. It's so ridiculous. Take a look at these guys battling for the lead. Curtis now sitting P3. What a job for this Tier 2 driver. Right now besting Bill, who is also a P2 driver. Or a Tier 2 driver. Cecily. Mommy, can you get her?